Welcome to today's video, everybody. Level M Diecast bringing you Greenlight in the most plethora amount. We have a nice Truckfest going on today. We are going to crack open just a ton of models from a recent haul. Get these knocked out of the way and showcase them. We're going to start off. We have Series 14 All-Terrain. I have decided I am going to keep this 1996 Ford Bronco. I think it looks pretty cool in camo. So we're going to crack that guy open, add him to the collection. Also, from Series 14, we're going to take a look at this guy too. 2018 Nissan Titan XD Pro 4X in yellow. Have not seen this one in yellow since it was a dealer exclusive model. You had to buy it directly through the dealer. Another one from All-Terrain Series 14. This is the 84 GMC S15 Sierra Classic. The S10 / Sierra Sonoma, however you want to do it. That is a casting we collect here at the channel. So picking up all the different versions for sure. This one is extremely nice. Hopefully I will manage to break the horrific quality streak we have with Greenlight with this one. 2022 Ram 2500 Laramie 4x4. Nothing but problems with all the Greenlight new Ram castings. So hopefully this one does not have any problems. We can actually get a nice one to ride home with. Moving through to a new series. This is Hobby Shop Series 14. This is the 2021 Ford Bronco Wildtrak with some spare tires. And yes, those spare tires are actual Bronco tires as well. So that's pretty nice in white. Crack that guy open for sure. One more from the Hobby Shop Series 14. This is the 2022 Chevy Tahoe LT Texas Edition with a man in suit. Love this casting. Absolutely love this casting. Just one of the best castings Greenlight has done in a very, very long time. Hollywood Special Edition, if you want to call it. This is from the Fall Guy Special Edition, I guess you want to call it. This is the 69 Chevy C30 Dually Wrecker casting that's been definitely growing on me for a while. So started picking up all the new releases. There are some older releases I don't have, but not really too worried about going and finding those. We'll see what happens with those when we get there. Black Bandit. This is Black Bandit Series 27. This is the Ford F-250 Bigfoot Black Bandit Edition. This one looks absolutely fantastic. Not a casting we collect here, but it just looks so cool. It's Black Bandit. We have to have them. We do collect monster trucks, but not from Greenlight. Blue Collar. This is Series 11. Another Ram. This will get us caught back up with the Rams once again. 2021 Ram 3500 Tradesman in just a yellow. Looking very, very nice. Just a work truck version. So hopefully this one also does not have any quality issues. I am certainly hoping so. Keep my fingers crossed. Some more, Mopar truck action from Blue Collar. Same series, Series 11. This is the 64 D100 in Pennzoil with those really nice red wheels on there. Looks pretty fancy. So can't catch that one open as well. And then this one, this is not one you guys have seen me pull in a haul. I actually just recently picked this up from Hobby Lobby. This is Series 27 of Greenlight Muscle. This is the newest release that's out. And of course, 2019 Dodge Durango SRT in white with blue stripes. Just for the sake of it, there is the rest of the mix. Obviously, no more trucks or SUVs in that mix, so this is the only one we got. So we're going to get some rotator guys and chop these up, and we'll be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to kick this off. 1974 Ford F-250 Bigfoot number 1. Like I said, I don't collect the monster truck stuff from Greenlight. I do have a few here and there. But, for the most part, I don't collect the monster trucks. I think they do a fantastic job. They look very, very good. This one is an exact example of that. This one is just fantastic. Just all blacked out, murdered out. Looks super, super good. Of course, you still have your Bigfoot logo on the side. All your logos still in color. Just looks good. It just looks good. Such a great contrast. Firestone on the giant tires. Looks very, very good. Nice details on the back. Says Ford with the taillights done up and whatnot. A little bit of cargo type equipment in the bed of the truck as well. These original monster trucks were heavily modified from an actual rolling factory chassis. Nowadays, everything is all purpose built. They don't do anything like that anymore. This one is kind of interesting. They do have a little bit of print in there for the differentials and stuff like that. It says 4x4x4 down on that differential as well. Looks pretty good. Does not have any opening or moving features, but it's still a pretty nice one. Like the details on it. Take a look at our number. 1982 is the number, so kind of a cool number. So not a high number, but still a pretty cool number. So that one is pretty cool. I definitely like that one a lot. Of course, they do roll and drive very well, so very exciting. All right, next one we're going to take a look at, a little bit Mopar love, a little bit 1964 Dodge D100 from Blue Collar. This one, very interesting color combination. I really like the red wheels. The red wheels they're just a huge offset, and it just looks good in my opinion. It looks really, really good. This casting's been around for a very long time. Greenlight has been making this casting for probably 12 or so years, I'd say. This casting's just been around. There is short and long bed versions of this particular truck. There's also a step side version as well. They also make believe it is a later year. I think it's a 66, 67, which they moved to the single headlights versus the dual headlights. But this one looks pretty good. It does have opening hood. So we'll crack open the hood so we can take a look at the big block down in there. Nice Hemi orange color on it. Silver air cleaner looks pretty good. So it's a pretty decent version. I do like the Pennzoil on the side. I just think that the red wheels are just a really nice pop contrast to it. Looks pretty good. So close that guy down. Doesn't have any other opening features. Tailgate doesn't open, nothing like that. But it looks pretty good. So take a look at our base. Try to see where our number is. Flip this around the correct way. So it looks like our number is going to be right here. So get a little bit of a glare in there maybe. There we go. 2474 is the number. So this guy is not done up for a tow hitch, which is kind of interesting. They have had the other version of the Dodge truck in the tow hitch, or tow hitch and tow, but just not that one. All right, moving on with our next Blue Collar. This is our 2021 Ram 3500 Tradesman, and basically just utility yellow. I think is fantastic. Greenlight understands there's going to be people who customize and they're going to do stuff like that. I think it's fantastic that they offer just in just a standard commercial color. People can put their own water slide decals or whatever they want on there. This one is a pretty decent quality version. If you guys have watched my channel a lot, you know that I tend to have a lot of problem with Greenlight quality. This one is not perfect, but this is definitely one of the better Rams they've done. Greenlight has had a notoriously difficult time getting quality good on this new Ram casting. Pretty much every single one I've picked up that has ever come out thus far, there's about a dozen or so of them. They all have something wrong with them, and some of them are bad enough that I have to replace them. Other ones are just kind of tolerable. This particular one, you can see it does have some silver prints on the bottom of the grille for absolutely no reason. But other than that, it is pretty good. The mirrors looked pretty good. Prints look pretty good. The bed is not too bad. It's a little crooked. You can see the little indention body line there. It does not match up quite the way it should. And that's pretty much the way it is with every single one of them. But the back looks pretty good. The lensed taillights look pretty decent. Taking a look at the base deets. So this guy is a pretty low number, 589. So that looks pretty good. Happy to get a low number whenever I can. You can see that the running boards are just glued on. So luckily you don't see that, but they got a little carried away with the glue. Just a little bit. All right, we're going to jump over to all-terrain so that we can bring out our other Ram. Just do these in concession. This particular one is a 2022 Ram Laramie 4x4. Greenlight has been making pretty decent strides these past couple years to get as current of models as they can, even though they have some older castings. So obviously the Ram itself was a new model for 2021. This particular heavy-duty model So they're just carrying it forward. This one does have, of course, some quality issues like you'd expect, because that's just what happens here at Level M. It looks good, though, in the blue. I do like the color blue. I like the trim of this particular one. Looks pretty good. The mirrors are pretty decent. The mirrors are not necessarily the problem, but we'll get into that. So there is a lot of residue, as you can see, on the window. And if I wipe it, it is unfortunately inside the window. It is inside the casting. So that is unfortunate. Other than that, this bed looks a lot better than the last one. The body line actually lines up pretty close. The wheels look pretty good as well. This one does have a tow hitch on it, just like the previous version did. Tail lights look decent. Everything looks pretty good. You can see all that residue through the window. It's just abysmal. Just abysmal. So there is your deets on the front. And then, of course, take our look at our base. So 7244 is the number. Other than that, it doesn't look like they have a bunch of excessive glue on the bottom here. And, of course, it looks like the wheels roll relatively straight. So we'll take that. Take what we can when we can. Just keep on flipping it up. We're going to bring down our wrecker. We're going to bring down our 69 C30 Dually wrecker. This is from, obviously, the Fall Guy. Like I mentioned before, I have not seen the Fall Guy. But this particular casting's been growing on me. There are some older versions, and I'll probably get them eventually, but I'm really not making a big effort to do it. I'm just kind of trying to get the current ones that come out. So this one looks pretty decent. I do like this one. I do like the fact that the tow apparatus on the back is kind of, separate color-wise, I guess you can say. It's not like all white or whatever. It's all silver painted. I love the chevrons on the back. This one is a very, very good version. Of course, you have your belt sling in there. Obviously, it does nothing. It is a completely static model. The hood doesn't open either. You can see that the hood is a different piece. However, that hood is for, they could change the trim and stuff like that. But it's a pretty cool piece. It's a pretty good piece. I really like the bush guard on the front. It looks very, very good. And then there you go. It is for Jerry's Automotive Towing. 555-0221. Of course, 555 is a generic, unused number. Details look good on the front. The windshield seems to have some super glue residue. So, gotta love Greenlight for that. Thanks for giving me some super glue haze on my windshield. I really wanted that. Appreciate that. And then the prints on the back look very, very good. I absolutely love the chevrons. That's my favorite part of this whole wrecker. Looks really, really good. Even the tail lights in the wrecker unit look pretty good. It does have some spotlights on the side, which have some white print. So this one is a very good quality print. Taking a look at the base, 1035 is the number. So kind of a lower number, not a low number, but a lower number. We'll take that anytime we can. Always like that. Rolling over to some more all-terrain. Yes, that is a GMC Sierra. It is an S15 Sierra Classic. Obviously not the Sierras they have nowadays. They are much, much, much larger. This one, 1984, though. Pretty cool year. Just saying, pretty cool year. This one looks fantastic. Bone stock, red and white. That two-tone is just fantastic. Absolutely just unmistakably, S10 Sonoma era. I mean, every single one of these trucks had this two-tone on it. And that's just the way they were. This one has red interior, which is pretty cool. Shows opening hood, does not have an opening hood. Unfortunately, one of the reasons why that hood is removable is they do use this casting as a monster truck. And as a monster truck, does have a motor going through the hood. So it gets a separate hood on there, but it doesn't open. But this one looks fantastic. The chrome bumpers, front and rear, look really, really good. This one does have some very, very nice prints. Looks pretty good. You can barely see the GMC in there because it just contrasts with all that chrome. And then the prints on the back look pretty good. Does say GMC in giantness. And then taking a look at our base deets. So the number is just to the side of the transmission there. Looks like 4677. So, of course, this guy is done up for a tow hitch. Because, of course, he is. Looking pretty fancy. All right, Nissan Titan Very, very nice to get this in yellow. This is the XD Pro 4X. I mentioned before, the last time we saw this guy in yellow, it was for a Nissan dealer exclusive. You can get it through Nissan dealers. There are some online retailers that seem to have some too. But it wasn't a standard release. You just go down and pick up at the store or anything like that. They are a little bit more expensive nowadays, but I mean, they're not like super sought after. Obviously, they don't make them through Nissan dealers anymore. But this one looks pretty good. This one is definitely different than that original yellow, but it looks really good. This one does have tow hitch on it as well. The mirrors are added on. They are not part of the casting. However, the running boards are part of the casting on this one. It is nice, large, big, and beefy, just like the rest of the truck series are. Exactly what it should be. Pretty happy that Greenlight made this casting at the time, just to kind of mix stuff up. I think that it's important that pretty much if any premium brand is going to make a large truck, they should kind of make competitors. Just kind of the way it works. This one looks just pretty good. Looks pretty good. A little bit of haze in the windows, as you can see, but other than that, this looks to be a pretty decent quality version. It is quite heavy duty. It is a metal base. So this truck weighs significantly more than the Ram does, just because of the amount of metal in it. You can see the number right there. It looks to be about 4036, somewhere around there. So looks pretty decent. There's some nice details on the base here. Definitely like that casting for sure. It's definitely a good one. No doubt about that. All right, something that's definitely not as, actually it's not really off-road friendly at all. This is the 2019 Dodge Durango SRT. This is from GL Muscle. This is from Series 27. It is brand new, just dropping. This one I did pick up from Hobby Lobby. So that was not in my original Greenlight haul. This one with white and dual blue stripes. I am actually seriously considering trading in my my SRT Charger to get an SRT Durango. Far more practical, and I still get the 500 horsepower motor. Very, very strongly leaning towards that's definitely going to happen. So I guess if anybody wants to buy a super low mile SRT Charger, you can always shoot me an email. This one is fantastic. I do like the fact they have a little bit of print on there for the lug nuts, which is just ridiculous. It's completely pointless, but it's there nonetheless. Back looks pretty good. This is all-wheel drive. Of course, that is what some hashtags means. So this is all 4 on the real Durango. That little tiny logo in there. Of course, it does have the 392, as you can see right there. It says 392. So exactly what I want to get, although I wouldn't want to get a white one. Get a graphite or a black or billet, somewhere around there. Taking a look at the base deets. This one, 2308 is the number etched in there, super tiny. Of course, it is done up for a tow hitch. We have seen this guy in hitch and tow before, and it is likely to come back again in the future, which will be a good thing. Now, one particular casting that I wasn't originally planning on keeping, but because the camo looks so good on it, I decided that I was going to keep this 96 Ford Bronco from All Terrain. Yes, you see that little rubber band on there. It does have a removable back on there. We will take that off in just a moment. This looks pretty cool. I really like this version because this looks like something that somebody built in their driveway. You know, they put the Rhino liner or the Plasti Dip around the bottom of it, sprayed it all up, and then, you know, got some real tree style camo and just sprayed the top, or, you know, vinyl wrapped it or something like that. I just think it looks cool. It definitely doesn't look like it's a high quality build. You know, it definitely looks homemade, and I think that that is a awesome charm. Definitely brings something cool to it. So we'll go ahead and take the rubber band off, and then we'll get the topper put to the side. So there is the topper off. Looking fantastic. I think it looks super cool. It's super cool. So now it looks like definitely something you might see off-roading in the middle of nowhere, you know, maybe even on the back of a trailer, or maybe even you might even see somebody driving it to their white-collar job. Who knows? Who knows? Looks good, though. There's a bench in the back. This one looks particularly good. One of the things I did notice when I had pulled it out originally from the blister is they got a little carried away with the super glue, getting the spare tire on there. So there is quite a bit of super glue on there. Very irritated about that. I don't think the wheel choice is that great, but I think it adds to the fact of it's, you know, a home build thing. Built in a driveway, looks super, super cool. You know, just some giant aftermarket black wheels. Just looks super cool. Blacked out grill. It's just super cool. This one's just cool. Taking a look at our base deets. See, this one is a low number as well. 521. So that's pretty cool. Does have a bunch of holes and stuff drilled on there for accessories and stuff. They've done some kind of Baja style ones of this Bronco and stuff. It looks very, very good, especially in the BF Goodrich. Kind of wish I would have got some of those from back in the day. I kind of like this casting now. So it's been around for a while. There's many, many versions out there. So if I want to try to collect it, there's a lot of them to collect. All right, we're going to move on to Hobby Shop. And one of my favorite castings that Greenlight currently makes. Yes, this particular one is a 2022 Chevy Tahoe LT Texas Edition. And just in case you want to know who drives the Texas Edition, well, it comes with a man in a suit. Because yes, it is a man in a suit who is driving the Texas Edition Tahoe. Now, the cool thing about this Tahoe, it is basically all done up as a ZR2 package. It is, you know, obviously Texas Edition, but it does have that ZR2 front end on it. Big, nice, beefy tires and stuff like that. It does have the nice wheels and stuff on there as well. This casting is enormous, just like it should be. A Tahoe is a very, very big vehicle. They did a fantastic job. Color looks great. This particular one is a fantastic quality version as well. Very, very happy about that. I do like this one. The taillights are just printed, which is a very rare thing for Greenlight. They do their best to always try to, put lens lights in there, but sometimes it's just easier to print them. I think that was perfect for this one. This one is a hook assembly model, so there is no post going through the back, which is very nice. Taking a look at our base deets, 2686 in giant print. Very interesting, the contrasting between the two. This guy has done it for a trailer hitch, although we have not seen this in hitch and tow quite yet, but I'm fairly certain that it will be right around the corner. Very, very nice with that one. Very nice. The Tahoe is just fantastic. Just fantastic. All right, we're going to move on to our very last one. This one is also from Hobby Shop. This one's a little difficult to get out of the package. Give me 1 second. There we go. Very, very nice. This is the 2021 Ford Bronco Wildtrak. And yes, it comes with a set of spare tires. Just trying to get the tire ready real quick. So this is the second set of tires it comes with. That is an actual legitimate tire that is coming on the Bronco. This particular one, not the Bronco Sport, but this one. Obviously not the Wildtrak. The tire's a bit big for the wheel, you can see. But they are in there, and it does come with a set of axles as well. So you can modify your Bronco if you wanted to. You could pull these wheels off and put some different wheels on there. This one in this kind of an off-white, kind of a pearlescent kind of white, looks really, really good. I do like the little mountain deco on the side. The mirrors look fantastic, which is a rarity. Every single version I've got thus far, except for the two-door. The mirrors have been very, very rough. And yes, as you all know, the Bronco has removable top, removable doors, yada, yada, yada. Well, I am happy to report that Greenlight does have a removable top for this one. There we go. So your Bronco does have a nice removable top on there. You just see all the roll bar assembly details in there. Looks pretty good. I do like this version. I think the quality version on this one's pretty good too. This one does have lensed tail lights, so showcase that here just in a second. Just a really good version, really good version. So pull this up. There is the deets in the front. Looks good. It says Bronco. Very, very nice. Very good qualities on here. This is the Wildtrak and Sasquatch style wheels on there, so you can see those are different than the ones it comes with. And then there are your lensed tail lights. Looks very, very good. Does have Bronco logo on the back as well. Taking a look at our base deets, 1122 is the number. So that is a pretty good number. So definitely a smaller number. This topper is a little bit, there we go. Bam. All right. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to roll out with the top. The top. It's difficult. That's very difficult. And But I think I'm going to have to put this guy on there because I really like the fact that it's like homegrown. And then, of course, easily one of my favorite castings from Greenlight ever. And yes, we're going to represent Mopar love because that's what we do at Level M. We are 100% biased towards Mopar. No shame given. So we got to throw the Durango on there. So we're going to have an SUV party to roll out. So there you guys go. Let me know what you think about those. Let me know if you picked those up. Let me know if you like any of those. Let me know what your opinion is on this Bronco. I think it's just like homemade. It's just cool. It's just cool. So we're going to roll out. Appreciate you guys. Thank you very much. Don't forget to subscribe. Come back. Check out content dropping on the reg. We'll catch you next time. Level M. Peace.